What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So as you guys read in the title of today's video, I just wanted to go over the top 5 stocks that I'm looking to swing trade in September of 2018. And for all you new viewers out there, my name is Stas and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, long-term investing, and my personal philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So if that's something that you're interested in, guys, if you want to learn more about the stock market, investing and trading, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and also join the 2 communities down below that we have, both the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. Both are linked down below in my description box, as well as the first 2 pinned comments down below in the comment section. We talk about entrepreneurship, swing trading, day trading, investing, stock market news, and pretty much working together as a community, networking, bouncing ideas off of each other in both of those communities. So make sure you get in both of those communities, the Discord chat and the Facebook group. So let's start talking about the first stock that I'm looking to swing trade in September of 2018, and you guys can see it right here. I have it pulled up. Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. And for those of you guys that have been paying attention to the markets, you know that Tesla has been the hottest stock in the stock market. It's been in the news pretty much every single day due to the Elon Musk antics on Twitter. So we've seen that, Elon Musk tweeted about a couple of weeks back that Tesla was going to go private if it was able to go to $420, if the stock was able to hit $420. And this got an SEC investigation on Elon Musk. They were wondering whether or not Musk tweeted this just to inflate the stock price. The ongoing investigation is still going on, right? And we can see that here in the chart. We saw the big spike up in Tesla stock. It was this day right here in particular, right? The stock went from about $340. He tweeted it, right? He tweeted that tweet. Then it shot up all the way to $390. And we see from there, guys, the stock saw a huge pullback all the way down to the support level of about $290. And it very nicely bounced on that support level. And now that we saw some recent news a couple of days back that Tesla is not going private anymore, it's staying public, it's going to be very interesting to see where the stock price is going to go tomorrow on Monday, August 27th, and the rest of September. Because now that Elon Musk said that Tesla is no longer going private, this is going to shift the price of Tesla stock either up a bunch or down a bunch. So, it's going to be a very cool thing to see where Tesla stock is going to go. Now, to see why I'm planning on swing trading Tesla is because I really like this company in the next couple of months. And this is more of a speculative stock play, and I do see a lot of potential in Tesla as a swing trade due to the huge volatility that we've been seeing in this stock. So let's say tomorrow, guys, the market opens and Tesla shoots all the way down here. That's going to open up a nice buying opportunity for Tesla, in my personal opinion, as a swing trade due to the potential for profit that it does have to offer up the previous resistance points at about $370. And now that we notice Tesla is trading above the EMA line and between the 180-day SMA line, we're seeing that it's offering a bunch of nice consolidation between these 2 indicators. So it's going to be cool to see whether or not Tesla is going to bounce here and start to push back up, which is also going to be an attractive trade in my personal opinion, or if it's going to shoot back down in price. So if it does shoot down in price, I'm just going to be waiting for it to bottom out, slow consolidation, and a slow uptrend pattern from that bottoming out point before I start to take a position in Tesla, ticker symbol TSLA. But let's say tomorrow we open up and it starts to shoot back up in price. I'm going to wait for a pullback in the stock, right? A bounce on the EMA or the 180 SMA or the 50-day SMA indicator, depending on, how the stock is trading, a bounce on those indicators, right? And then I'm going to wait to take a position there. So it's going to be very interesting to see the movement of Tesla stock due to this news from Elon Musk of keeping Tesla a public company. And just my opinion on this, guys, I think this is a very good move for Tesla, and I really don't think he was planning on taking Tesla private anyway, because he needs all this investor money coming in to fund his projects, to fund the new cars, to fund the production of the cars. So You know, my opinion, guys, I think staying public is a very good idea for Tesla. And, you know, it makes me as an investor, as a trader, willing to put money back into Tesla because I wouldn't really invest or trade Tesla if they're planning on going private. And, you know, now that they're staying public, my eyes and ears are open to, you know, trading and investing in Tesla. So that's the first one that I'm looking to trade in September of 2018. Now, Facebook is the second one. And, you know, I've seen a bunch of videos on Facebook, on YouTube. I've talked about Facebook a bunch on this channel. So you guys have probably heard a bunch of different opinions on Facebook. But my personal opinion, guys, I love Facebook as a longer term hold, a couple of months swing trade due to the big dip that we saw from 220 all the way down to 166. And for those of you guys that weren't really in tune with the markets, we saw the big 20% dip due to a slowing growth, pretty much a stagnant growth in the user platform of Facebook, right? So this really just shot the price down all the way to 166, which opened up more than 20%. Honestly, it opened up 23% potential for profit. And for those of you guys that have been watching my channel for a while, I'm in Facebook right now with a smaller position of about $1,000 to $1,200. I really don't remember how much, but I bought in 4 shares at about $170, and I bought 2 more shares at about $180 here. So now obviously we saw a dip even lower from the second time that I bought shares in Facebook, so I'm looking to buy even more shares in Facebook in September of 2018. And obviously, guys, I love Facebook mostly due to their digital advertising platform. So now that we see, you know, the advertising space in today's day and age, we're seeing a bunch of people still advertising on television, still advertising in newspapers, you know, still advertising in direct mail, you know, radio, all these old-fashioned ways of advertising. So in the next couple of years, guys, more and more people are going to be pushing money into online advertising with Facebook, Instagram, Google, all of these different platforms. And, you know, clearly Facebook is going to be the main beneficiary of this because, you know, companies are going to see that not a lot of people are watching TV anymore. Not a lot of people are listening to the radio. Not a lot of people are doing newspapers, direct mail advertising anymore. So they're going to want to flow their money into Facebook ads, and ads on Facebook are going to become way more expensive, meaning that Facebook is going to be pocketing that money, right? So all that money is going to be going into Facebook. It's going to shoot up their profits, shoot up their revenues, all of these good things for the company, which in turn is going to shoot the stock up. So we saw the 20% dip, guys. I'm in with about $1,400, $1,200 to $1,400 in Facebook stock right now. And, you know, from a technical perspective, we're seeing Facebook consolidate very nicely at about the $172 support level. Pretty much all of last week, we saw the consolidation here, right, at about 172 to 174. And now we're slowly starting to see some upwards push in Facebook stock as it's trending above this EMA line, or it's slowly starting to push above the EMA line as we see these candlesticks forming, you know, above that EMA line. So the next step we want to see, guys, is a break above this 50-day SMA line and a slow push above there before we add more money, you know, into Facebook stock. And I'm in with an average position of about 177, 176. I have to check my Fidelity account really quick, but just around there, 177, 176. And I do plan on adding much more to this stock, especially if it gets rejected by this 50-day SMA, starts to push back down in the 160s. I'm going to be loading up a lot of more money and shares in Facebook stock due to my strong belief in the stock long term, especially with the digital advertising platform, as well as Instagram being the hottest social media platform nowadays. And, you know, Instagram has not fully monetized, you know, its platform, guys. Once more money starts to flow into Instagram, it's going to be an insane thing for Facebook. So that's why Facebook is my number 2 stock that I'm looking to swing trade in September of 2018. So another stock that I'm really interested in swing trading, and I have a smaller position in this stock, is Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And this is another stock that has been heavily talked about in the financial YouTube community, as well as just overall in the stock market. And for those of you guys that don't know, this is a huge Chinese tech company, right? And the Chinese stock market has been down over the past couple of months. I think the market in all is down about 20 to 30%. with all the stocks in this Chinese stock market being on sale right now, right? And Alibaba, guys, is a stock that I personally have been wanting to take a position in for the past couple of months due to me wanting to diversify my portfolio, putting some Chinese stocks into my portfolio, right? And this is something that I've been eyeing up for the past couple of months, like I said. And for those of you guys that have been watching my channel for a while, Alibaba, I took a position in Alibaba in this particular day right here at about $166. I bought a couple of shares, built my initial stake in the company, and I've yet to put more money into this company, and I'm waiting to put more money into this company in September in 2018. Now let's hop over to my Safari really quickly and talk about Alibaba's earnings. We saw a 61% revenue growth in their company year over year, right? Alibaba reported mixed fiscal first quarter earnings on Thursday, this past Thursday. Revenue soared 61% year over year, boosted by its core e-commerce business and fast-growing cloud division. The cloud business is something to keep an eye on with Alibaba. It's very quickly growing, and it's a very key component of their business, but earnings fell short of expectations. So earnings fell short, which is honestly something that I'm really happy about because I want to buy more of Alibaba stock at a cheaper price, and we can see how that correlated, right? We saw the huge pop up to 185. I think this was the day before they reported earnings. Let's check. Here, this was on 8/23, which was 3 days ago. Today's Sunday, so Saturday was 8/25. Friday was 8/24. Yeah, Thursday. On Thursday, they opened up at 186, but then the stock fell all the way down to 187. So this is a very good sign to load up more on Alibaba, in my personal opinion, but I did not load up any more shares on Alibaba yet, but I do plan on doing this in September in 2018. So since they missed their revenue growth, or not their revenue growth, what numbers did they miss? We'll see here. Revenue, they beat on revenue very slightly. 80.92 billion yuan, I don't know how to say that, guys, versus 80.75 billion expected. Adjusted earnings per share, this is where they missed. 8.04 versus 8.15. So we see that they missed a little bit on their earnings per share, right? Net income of 8.69 billion, a 40.8% decline from the 14.68 billion reported fiscal first quarter of 2017. But clearly Alibaba is not focused on their net income right now. They're not focused on their profits. They're putting money into the business to grow this business, guys. They're up 61% in terms of revenue. So that's absolutely insane, guys. This is a growth company with a $500 billion market cap, and I believe their forward PE, let me check very quickly for you guys. Their forward PE is in the 20s, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, forward PE 22. So that's absolutely insane for the amount of growth that this company has to offer. So their trailing PE is a 46. Their forward PE is a 22. So that's absolutely out of this world, in my personal opinion, for Alibaba. And this stock is on sale, just like every other Chinese stock. But me personally, guys, Alibaba is my favorite out of all of the Chinese stocks. So, with the insane growth that Alibaba has to offer, with the earnings miss, which is a good thing in my opinion because it's pushing the stock down, offering an even better sale for the stock. I see a ton of potential in Alibaba, for the next couple of months, and especially in September of 2018, and I'm going to be loading up on shares next week and early in September in 2018. So that's what I'm looking at in terms of Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. So another stock that I wanted to talk about today was Micron, ticker symbol MU, and this is the fourth stock I'm looking to swing trade in September in 2018. And for those of you guys that don't know, this is a semiconductor memory producing company, and we've seen this one in the news in the past couple of weeks and months a bunch, right? Just like Tesla, just like Alibaba, due to the huge drop in this company's stock price. We saw it topped off here at 64, and we saw the bottom off at 46, right? That opened up a ton of profit potential, right? It dropped almost 27 to 30% in the stock's price. And this has raised a bunch of questions in terms of, analysts, in terms of investors, in terms of traders. There's a bunch of bear theories on Micron with the rising competition in China in the memory producing space. You know, what else? The pricing bubble in terms of the memory that Micron produces, right? There's a bunch of questions around whether or not Micron can sustain this growth in terms of its revenues, profits, especially with the prices of memory, you know, potentially coming down due to the higher competition, right? And this is something that's a very valid theory, very valid bearish theory that's out there right now from investors, analysts, traders, everybody. You know, there's bearish theories on Micron's company, right? On Micron stock. But, you know, I see potential in Micron due to the massive growth that it still has to offer, right? And from a technical perspective, guys, if we're looking at this chart here, we see that, okay, we did see the 30% drop in the stock's price, but we also saw a very nice bounce on this key support level here at $45. And this is something that I was watching very closely. And, you know, if it did break below 45, I would be pretty scared for Micron. I'm not going to lie. I would be pretty scared for Micron stock. And, you know, that would not be a very good sign, right? But now that we saw that it bounced on the 45 support, it broke above the EMA, now it's slowly breaking above the 50-day SMA, this stock is slowly starting to show signs of life. But it's not really, you know, it's not really a buy yet in terms of a technical perspective until it breaks out of this bearish formation that has been in over these past couple of weeks. So we saw it's been making lower highs, right? And, you know, for those of you guys that don't know what that means, we saw the high here at 64. The next high was at about 61, which was lower than the previous. The next high was at about 58, which again was lower than the previous. And now we're seeing the next high at about 52. And, you know, what to keep an eye on now is whether or not Micron is going to hit $51 here and push down in price, which would also be a very bad sign, or if it's going to break out of this bearish formation that it's in, right, and start to push back up and recover in price. And that's exactly why I have an alert here set for Micron at $54.50, because I want to be alerted for when Micron and if Micron breaks out of this bearish formation and breaks above this 180-day SMA indicator, which means, in my personal opinion, in my eyes, that Micron is recovering. It's out of that bearish formation, and now it could be pushing back up in price, maybe to the high 50s, low 60s, and beyond, right? So I'm looking at Micron very closely. And this is one of the more skeptical trades out of the bunch that I'm going to be talking about in today's video, including Tesla, Alibaba, Facebook, and the next one we're going to be talking about. But I'm still going to be keeping an eye on Micron and looking to add more money into this particular stock, because I'm in Micron right now with an average position of about $56. And I have been planning on adding more shares, but, you know, all the bearish theories, all the doubts around the company has been kind of scaring me away. And, you know, now that it bounced here at $45, you know, I'm becoming a little bit more optimistic in Micron stock. So that's why this is the fourth stock that I'm watching, you know, and I'm looking to trade and swing trade for September in 2018. Now let's talk about the final stock, the fifth stock that I'm looking to trade. And this is one of the safer positions, safer stocks that I'm looking to swing trade in this next coming month, and that's J&J. And this one was actually in last month's episode, and, you know, this one is still very attractive in my personal opinion. And for those of you guys that do not know, J&J is one of the longest growing companies, the longest standing companies in, you know, the United States stock market history, right? This is a huge healthcare company with brands like Tylenol, Aveeno, you know, off the top of my head, what else? Listerine, I believe, is another one. And, you know, it has a bunch of different product lines, brands, and, you know, this is a very nice company in terms of spreading its products and brands throughout many different areas, right? And I love J&J, especially due to the nice fat dividend that it offers, as well as this uptrending pattern that it's currently on, right? So we've seen J&J over the past 100 years, right? We can look at the stock over the past 20 years, and every time that it's taken a dip, right, it's shot back up to make another higher high, right? Dip, higher high, dip, higher high, dip, higher high at about 148. And now we saw another big dip to about $118, and now it's recovering from that particular dip in its price, right? And now we saw the break above the EMA line, and if we look a little bit closer back to the 180-day 4-hour chart, we see that, okay, it's been downtrending in price here, downtrending, getting rejected by the 180 SMA, getting rejected by the 50-day SMA, getting rejected by the EMA, but now we're seeing the recovery in J&J stock as it broke above the EMA, it broke above the 180 SMA, and now it's been making higher highs in terms of the stock's price, and it's been seeing some healthy pullbacks, which is always a good sign for a stock, because we don't want to see a stock exponentially growing. We want to see a stock grow, pull back, grow, pull back, grow, pull back, right? And that's exactly the pattern that J&J is currently offering. And we see it's bouncing nicely on the 50-day SMA, and it's pushing back up to make higher highs. So that's exactly why I'm very attracted to putting more money into J&J, ticker symbol J&J, right? And I'm going to be waiting on a pullback in J&J stock before I put more money into this particular position, because we do see it's made a higher high and now it's slowly starting to pull back. So a pullback down to the 50-day SMA and a bounce there will be ideal in September for me to put more money into J&J, or a bounce on the 180 SMA, depending on how far the stock is willing to pull back. And from there I want to see a bounce and then a slow push back up to make another higher high before I put more money into J&J. But let's say we're in at about 135, and this is a longer swing trading position, a safer swing trade position in my personal opinion, due to the massive company that J&J is. It does offer 10 to 12% potential for profit up to the previous resistance points at 151. And again, this is a more of a 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 month swing trade, and a safer swing trade that pays nice dividends, quarterly. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and join those two communities down below, both the Discord group chat as well as the Facebook group. I would love to see you guys in there so we could communicate, network, bounce ideas off of each other. And pretty much that's the video for today, guys. 5 stocks that I'm trading in September in 2008: Johnson & Johnson, Tesla, Facebook, Micron, and Alibaba. So again, make sure to do your own research when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. Do not buy or sell based off of my opinion or anybody else's opinion out there. Let's make some money today, guys. I will catch you in the next video. Peace.